Tay, what up? Country girl, what up? What up, everybody? I've been running around fixing the panics as the panic mechanic. AKA the supervisor, BKA Superior Spider-Man. It's always up to me to fix the Spideyverse. Not all the time. Not all the time. But I guess that's what God got me here for. To be fixing shit in the Spideyverse. I hate this dimension though. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Lost some weight and got some shoes. Yeah, I'm trying to get ready for winter, man. I'm trying my best. No, it's too thin at the top, Tay. To be getting braided. I ain't gonna braid up the sides. Who look like to you? Lil Wayne? The whole top piece missing. What I'm gonna get the rest of that braided for? I ain't doing that. The next live, I'm gonna break all the rules. This live, I'm gonna follow him a little bit, cause guess I need to bring my watch hours up from below zero. Why you motherfuckers buying Buicks and they don't make them no more? The fuck is you doing, man? Why is you buying Buicks and they don't make them no more? You out of your goddamn mind. They don't make Buicks no more. The first motherfucker called me about fixing the Buick, I'm gonna be like, nope. They don't even make Buick no more, folks. Listen, manufacturer gotta be current. I don't work on deceased manufacturers. That's why I don't touch Pontiacs. I really don't want to touch no old school Pontiac, not no 60 something. To tell you the truth, I never really did. All of my old schools, I dropped engines in them motherfuckers. Even my motherfucking Cadillac, nigga. I put a truck engine in that bitch. Put an engine right out Suburban in that motherfucker. Changed the oil pan and the intake. And I wasn't the mechanic who actually installed it, so I couldn't tell you if that shit was changed or not. I know, from what I know about being a truck mechanic, it ain't no room to fit that big ass oil pan down there. So you gotta change the oil pan and the pickup tube, which I went and bought new. And the gasket. And the Chevy oil pump, because it's down there too. You might as well get all that shit, Jack. So once you get your new engine installed, first thing you do is take apart the tranny, motherfucker. You take the tranny gasket. You go get you get a shift kit, which is nothing but a high performance valve body or high flow valve body or high performance high flow valve body. They have those also. You get some of those. I mean, you get a high flow. You get that. Some gaskets. A high flow transmission filter. Install your transmission gasket after you get all that shit up there and be done with it. Then you add some transmission fluid. Do you know what you do? Ass nigga, you go and get you a rear end service cap. You need one of those that got bolts on it when you look in the back of the car. Go get one of those cheap ones that got a bolt right here. Trust me. Plus, you're going to need to replace that gasket in there anyway. And you're going to have to put fresh fluid in there. Because why the fuck not? Why you got all this rebuild shit without put some fresh fluid in there? Always use freshest fluids you can. Then you can hit the road like Jack. I guarantee if something go wrong with it, it's gonna be on them fucking belts or and when the engine was being transferred, another thing you should have did, you should have got you a motherfucking water pump. A water pump and a new crank pulley. I forgot those two. And a harmonic balancer. You get those three things, you gravy. And that's all it takes to do a proper souped up install. Because my Cadillac didn't vroom. No, my Cadillac was vroom, vroom. And I ain't gonna lie, I was young, so I did some shit wrong. When the engine was took apart, what I should have did was scrub those fucking pistons. But I didn't. I didn't scrub the pistons because I didn't want to scratch the gasket surface. So I ain't scrubbed the piston. But when I started that motherfucker up, it was just black smoke pouring out of that motherfucker whenever it would just sit there and idle. Yeah. That motherfucker was running no jack. That's that shit. Flashlight. 50 bands is good. Oh, I'm just chilling, Rummy wrong. You got an 04 Yukon. Yeah. You got the you said a Yukon. You ain't said a Yukon XL. I'm a millennial, man. Ain't no truck better than a motherfucking Suburban, a Yukon, or Excursion. Those are good trucks too. You don't get that piece of shit V10. Or that raggedy ass fucking 3 valve. Holy shit. That motherfucker's always rattling or doing something. You might as well put a 2 valve in there. You might as well, if you do decide to go excursion way. It really ain't no solution for the excursion like that. I'm just keep it real with you. Not unless you live out there in the sticks with the rest of the hillbillies and you find out when one of their police departments selling one of them goddamn pickup trucks. And you take that 5.4 out and you know business. Because they're out there. But a 5.4 and 5.6 and 4.6 don't share no fucking parts. Except I think one alternator. All the rest of the parts, an alternator, a tensioner pulley, maybe. Yeah, I know a little bit about excursion. Matter of fact, that was my guy Ant's favorite truck. He had every one. Well, every engine package. He had one with a 5.4 V8. He had one with a 5.4 V10, and he had one with a. He had 2 diesels too. He had a 6.0 and a 7.3. He had all them motherfuckers. Taking up all the space on the block when he lived in Milwaukee. That's how I got my job as a diesel mechanic. I was driving his shit to go to fucking work. And they was working on diesels at the shop. Well, the shop across the street, I didn't know it was the same owner. He was like, "Hey, you can work on diesels?" And I was like, "I can. I'm a fast fucking learner." He was like, "What do you know about diesel? How does a diesel make compression go?" I said, "A diesel does not make compression. Our gas engine makes compression. Does not have a fuel, has a fuel injector, but does not have spark plug. A lot of times they got glow plugs. Unless it's a Cummins. A Cummins does not have glow plugs. This is why you don't have to plug a Cummins up in the wintertime. This is very interesting. A Cummins has what's called a heater grill because the way a diesel makes combustion. Now, it squirts the fuel into the chamber. The piston comes up, and when it compresses enough, boom. Because it's gonna pull in hot air anyway, because the intake is hot. So eventually you're gonna get it cranked. But if you had a glow plug, something to heat the air up in there, because a diesel don't need spark to combust, it just needs hot air. So that's the difference. And the diesel, um, that's about the major difference. Now, can you take a gasoline engine and just make it diesel by putting a glow plug in it and the computer? Mm-mm. It's been done before, but no. I had a diesel like that. It was a Chevy. It was in my Cadillac. Oh my God. Piece of shit. And the reason the dude sold me the Cadillac because it was always something broke on it. I wouldn't put a different engine in that motherfucker. Told y'all what I put in that joint. I put a 366 in there with a throttle body ignition. But after I told him that, he was like, "You got the job." And then as soon as I start working the job, I realized that my little ass tools were no match for this world. This was for big boys. And I'm gonna tell you how I did a full gasket replacement. Cause this nigga Ant had a good ass job, so he get his money together. He get the machine shop ready, but he bring it up to the diesel shop. We take the engine up out of this motherfucker. And he pay me personally take the heads up off of the motherfucker and the intake, get it prep ready for the machine shop. So, man, I go break this shit down, bro. When I tell you, in order to get head bolts off at the back because coolant had somehow got to him, oh my God. Motherfucker was helping me. This big ham hawk eating ass peck of wood was a good 275 pounds. Me and him were pushing on the bar to break the fucking bolts loose. We finally get this shit broke the fuck down, get it ready. He sent it to the shop. Everything come back out without a hitch. Guess who stuck installing those fucking heads and that fucking intake? You right. This motherfucker you looking at right here. The most stressful motherfucking intake job I ever did. The engine is so fucking big. I tried to put it in there and then do it. That wasn't fucking working, bro. I had to take the engine back up out of that motherfucker just to get the heads to fit. And the heads were heavy than a motherfucker. Holy shit. Them heads weigh more than a motorcycle engine. Mm-mm. They was so big, I damn near dropped them motherfuckers. So I took the engine out, and while it's on the motherfucking engine stand, I assembled it. Story ain't done. We just getting started. I can't get the proper torque. Listen, I'm chasing this fucking engine block all around the fucking shop because it won't sit still. That's how much torque it needs. I pin this motherfucker in the corner and try to apply the proper torque to it. Guess what happened? It rolls out the corner. I'm like, holy shit. Okay. So now it's 4 of us here doing the heads on this one motherfucking Navistar, because that's what it's called. Listen, it's just a 6.0. It's like the 7 point, whatever the fuck that is. Okay, it's not that big motherfucker. And I know that big motherfucker need gaskets. Bad than a motherfucker. That's why he bought them. That's how he bought them cheap. Both his diesels needed gaskets. So, we got one guy just trying to hold the engine still. We got 2 guys on the fucking stand. 2 of us are turning the fucking bar with the 3rd person's assistance on his arm on the bar. We're all shaking before this motherfucker. Listen, it took so much strength to click, we thought the torque wrench was broke. We tried another torque wrench. We thought that was broke. And we twerking it down in sessions, my guy. I promise you that shit had to be twerked down to like 600 fucking foot-pounds or some dumbass shit like that. We eating through foot-pounds, motherfucking 100 at a time. Fuck, that was a lot of fucking work. We pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Motherfuckers over here sliding. They got their feet against the wall at this point. Everybody's trying to hold shit still. We steady pushing. Finally, we hear the last. One bolt down, 700 more to twerk. Let's get to it. This nigga 250 is sweaty. Nigga, I was drenched. I was in that bitch looking like James Brown. I was out of breath too, so I was talking like James Brown. Fuck this motherfucking big ass things. Bullshit. Stay up there, black. Turn it in. Push a little harder. Come on with it. Keep on pushing. This is bullshit. My hand on the wall too. Stop letting damn block slide. Stop letting damn block slide. Hold that shit still. We had more luck when we took it off the fucking. We had to take this bitch off of the engine stand and put this bitch on our motherfucking the lift. This motherfucker on the lift with 3 people sitting on this motherfucker is still moving. Oh my, you have a problem, buddy. A problem I'm not willing to fix. You have blown head gaskets on a Ford engine. This is a Navistar, buddy. No fucking way. Get your car. Get the fuck off of my shop. Thank you very much. Do not come back. Come back, buddy. We're gonna beat you up, buddy. Beat you up very badly. But yeah, that was a bullshit ass job. And then, why this bitch ass nigga managed to pay this shit off because his job good? Why he pull up in that 7 point whatever the fuck it was? Oh my God. 7 point G leader. That's what I used to call it. Twerking that shit down was a fiasco, and his a boat broke when we were taking it apart. But the bolts were so fucking massive, we put vice grips on some shit. Plus, I had a big ass pole to slide over the vice grips. Then I'd slide a pole over that and then try it again. And You gotta wiggle that motherfucker in. You gotta put it, dude over here spraying. It's another motherfucker over here applying the torch. Fuck that motor. Never again. I thought the Chevy motor would be easier, but I knew when that Duramax pulled up, I was like, this gonna be some bullshit. It was like, ain't you a GM mechanic? I said, that's how I know it's gonna be some bullshit. It's always some bullshit with GM. Watch it be something stupid about this diesel. Yeah, the high torque specs. Once again, torquing fucking heads down on that big motherfucker. Holy shit. But the torque specs weren't so bad. But they was much worse than the Cummins I did. I was doing the Cummins while doing that. The Cummins, I'm cracking these bitches. Superman, bitch. Put that right back together. Superman, bitch. That Duramax, I was like, hey, Justice League. Come here, man. This nigga done brought kryptonite. He cheating and shit because he don't want to run that fade. I'll fuck him up, but he got some kryptonite. I just don't want to do this no more. And that 7.3 liter, I was working for Darkseid. I would rather work for Darkseid than fucking work on another one of them. And as a DC and Superman fan, working for Darkseid ain't a good thing. But I tell you what, I'll round all you bitches up for the Omega Force, the next motherfucking 7-point G leader, Power Stroke, Navistar, yo bitch ass try to make me fix or get me to fix or bribe me to fix. I will go Dr. Doom in this bitch. I will conquer this motherfucker. Fuck is the torque spec so goddamn high? Holy shit. Oh, another thing about that 7-point G leader. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all this. We trying to torque this shit down. This motherfucker snapping extensions right in half. Black out, black out. This motherfucker sent us flying like 6 times. We fucked up. That motherfucker was way worse than that Navistar. Way fucking worse. It was so bad. I came up with the bright idea of taking the bolt pattern off the transmission, welding a bar there so we can stick the bar in the ground and keep the motherfucker from rotating. That was my plan. We're gonna weld some more bars to this bar. Watch this. The mechanism bent. Our makeshift mechanism bent. We bent it twice. We bent it to this side, then we bent it to this side, and it popped. With 2 more fucking bolts to go. Oh, I was so pissed. Big ass engine. I hate that big motherfucker. I swear to God, I hate that big ass engine. Oh, it smushed the mechanic's foot too. Amigo that was helping us, he got his foot squished. Him and the black dude, both of their feet went down. For the count when that motherfucker popped, like pop, pop. He was like, shit, go get the jack, go get the jack, go get the jack. I had to think fast in that situation. Needless to say that neither one of them niggas come back to the shop. I don't know what happened to them niggas. Yes, I do. Next time I seen them niggas, they was in traffic with big ass boots. I seen Amigo on the south side, L raised. His boot was big as a bitch. He was like, "There's no mechanic working with me in my job." I said, "Man, when you coming back to work?" He said, "Never." Nah, I cutting grass like this. I said, "You cutting grass in a boot?" Yeah, no problem. But I no fixing, no fucking diesel, no more. Not even if you fucking give me fucking RoboCop legs. I no fixing that shit. No. I said, "You want your tools out the shop?" He said, "You having? You can have it, my friend. I don't want it. I don't want it." I said, "Damn." Migo just walked away from the game like, "Yeah, you can have it, my friend. I don't want it. I don't want it." At least let me buy you a taco then, since some corn. They got corn outside. No, Holmes. I got a wife. She gets very mad when I eat. So I don't want to piss her off. I'm already in the boot. Last time I pissed her off in the boot, she kicked my boot. I said, "Damn, you ain't been in the boot long, nigga. 2 weeks. She already kicked the boot 3 times." I'm scared to go to sleep around her. I think she's gonna kick the boob in my sleep because I gotta sleep with a proud dog. I don't want to do it. I'm not fixing no more fucking diesel. Fucking that chick. Fuck that chick. I was like, nigga, ain't your cousin Duramax at the shop? Ain't you supposed to be helping me with that? I am helping. I'm leaving my tools with you. You're having everything you need. Now, your diesel mechanic. You're taking my spot. I don't want in that spot. I don't do anything beside that. I don't even want to do cutting grass. Especially because I'm Mexican. They automatically thinking that what I do is a stereotype. You either sell dough or you cut grass. I don't want cutting grass. I'm grateful for the job, but I don't want to cut grass. I'm going to do something else. I said, you ain't gonna even come back as a welder? No, not doing that either. If I'm working on something, it's gonna be domestic vehicles. I'm not working on that shit no more. No more heavy equipment for me. No way, my friend. Not even the pickup truck with the heavy equipment engine. I'm not doing that either. Down in the session. I like Sugar Mama for the Proud Family showing up from the Last Dragon. You funny. But yeah, that diesel made Amigo quit on the spot. I ain't gonna lie, shortly after Amigo quit, I quit. It took one time for them not to have all my money in it. And I can't pay you today, but I can pay you tomorrow. Okay, I'm coming tomorrow to pick up my money. I came the next day. I was early to pick up my money. He was like, I told you I wasn't gonna have the money at 12 o'clock. I said, I'm moving my tools right now. But 12 o'clock, I want my fucking money. And everybody know, Amigo quit and gave me his tools. He called the shop and said so. We was all on conference call, so I'm packing up those tools too. I'm taking those with me. Those are my diesel tools. I'm gonna continue to be a diesel mechanic, but I'm leaving this motherfucker. Every job your bitch ass take motherfucking 932 pounds of twerk. I'm not fucking with you, dude. I just want to get my money and go. Quit. You want to come back to the job? No, you say you want to come back to you want to come back to your old job at the shop? Not working on diesels? I mean, I'm still going to slide you a diesel alternator or something, but you don't have to leave, bro. I said, if that's the case, then I'm going to roll my tools across the fucking street. I'm not staying here. He started giggling. I was like, and I'm tired of the smell of this motherfucker. Well, actually, the diesel don't smell bad. But my bitch, she always be like, is you musty? Is you musty? I'm tired of this hoe calling me musty, too. That's another thing. And then when I leave, I do be musty. I do. She traumatized by how musty I am and the diesel smell working here. She's eating all in this bitch. She can't have babies because her body in trauma. Her body in trauma with this fucking diesel fuel. I go home and take a long ass shower, but guess what? When I inhale, I could smell this motherfucking shop. The smell of it is burning to my nose hairs. But like I said, I like the smell of diesel. She don't. Bitch made me cut my beard. What kind of bitch sniff your beard while you sleep? I wouldn't even sleep with her. I woke up to her sniffing my beard on the couch like, bang, bang, your beard, you gotta cut that, it stank. This bitch went and got my other fiance, and these hoes on my off day when I'm trying to sleep, nigga, I woke up looking like a sex offender. I didn't have no motherfucking facial hair. I was like, you bitches couldn't even leave my mustache? Now I look like a sex offender. It's some bullshit. Every sex offender on How to Catch a Predator don't have a mustache. You gotta leave a mustache. I hate you hoes. That's why Henry Cavill rocked the mustache. He wanted to be the first Superman They didn't have a rapist face. Didn't have a sex offender face. You can't really trust a man that shaves his mustache. It's a big part of every man in every culture. So for you to just shave it off, there's something fucking wrong with you, okay? The mustache is bragging rights. This is how you separate yourself from lesbians. Fuck out of here. It's the only upper hand you got when you eating coochie is a mustache. Nigga, you need that. A mustache is a weapon. What kind of guy doesn't walk around with weapons all the time? At least one, goddammit. I'm a weapon. That's why I need this mustache. This mustache is for drilling through coochie all the way to the heart. Who all still in here? And why my hair look red? That's gotta be the camera. My shit got like a reddish glow to it. I don't see why it would. Hey, nosy babies. Y'all look cute today. It's always tomorrow. You heard me, nosy baby? It's always tomorrow. Oh, you look cute too, nosy baby. Y'all went to school looking cute. Next time, go to school and be good. Try to have a better day. Yeah, only doing shit real niggas do. This white boy walking through the hood with an Al Borland belt on. And he got hair like Jesus. This nigga look like Jesus with a carpenter belt. Let me find out Jesus back. Y'all ain't made a rap song about it yet. The Jesus is back. The Jesus is back. Damn right I said it. Jesus is back. The Jesus is back. The Jesus is back. The Jesus. Tell the truth all the time. Turn the water to the wine. No, he's on the grind. All right, break it up. What are you niggas doing? That's it. Break it up. What are you niggas doing? Like, niggas aren't doing nothing in chat. It's one person there. Who's all in the chat? Say something. Type something. Type some shit. Type some shit. She said some shit. Okay, cool. It ain't have to be some shit, smart Ralph. You got jokey jokes. Just a little jokey joke. You got jokes. I don't know why that reminded me of Martin. You know what's crazy about Martin? Is it me? Or do it seem like Martin, Gina, and Pam was like in that type of relationship? And then Gina wanted the cuff, so it wasn't no more three-way shit. So Martin used to pretend like he wasn't fucking on her. That's why he was mad when Tommy and Cole was trying to fuck. Ain't nobody catch that. I said, this motherfucking sticky ass nigga. It wasn't till I had two bitches that I realized the fuck was going on. Like, oh yeah, And that's why Jenny used to be like, back up off my man. She's like, don't nobody want Martin? Because they was all fucking at one point in time. They had been fucking actually since House Party. You believe like I believe that all the black characters integrate and connect into each other. Because that's how we gonna treat you in the ghetto. Yeah, that was a throuple for sure. And then Cole and Tommy, neither one of them catch on. Except Tommy. Because I remember one episode, he was like, what you want with Pam? He was like, nothing, Tommy. I had a dream about Pam. You dream about Pam? Martin was fucking them both. And Pam was a little smart mouth bitch who ain't want to be in a relationship anyway. Let me tell you what happened. See, we didn't catch the beginning of how they met. Or how they was all kicking it. Because Pam and Gina were staying in the same apartment together. On some coochie eating shit. What up, Caboose Racing? So they was upstairs eating coochie. They meet Martin. Martin get to tricking. But then Martin get into a car accident. Tag into his car accident. He was trying to get away from Mad Dog No Good, who was shooting at motherfuckers. So he was like, damn. And then he crashed his motherfucking Lexus into the police. So he had no choice but to snitch on him. But in snitching on him, he got insurance money. And with that insurance money, he went and got a motherfucking house. And his mama used to sell pussy to Stan. Y'all didn't catch that part. Before she was selling pussy to Stan, right? See, Stan, an old ass man. When she was selling pussy to Stan, Martin was just a kid. Notice Stan is always talking about fucking somebody's mama, Martin. And he wouldn't give Martin a raise. Why wouldn't he give Martin a raise? Because I raised you, Martin. I did so much for you, Martin. And Martin was like, bitch ass nigga, I got bills. Ta-da. And he still did WZUP on the side because nobody ever asked him, nobody ever told this nigga, I missed you on that radio show because he was still doing a radio show on the side. Stan was also buying coochie from Shanae. Who nobody ever caught on was Martin's sister. Why would his sister want to fuck him? Because that bitch was weird. But that was definitely his motherfucking sister. Now, her and Martin got different daddies. Why they look alike? Because Martin played her. And Martin said that was based on his real big sister. So that's who that was, his big sister. And how the fuck did Martin mama get over to the house so fast? Because she was across the hallway. Notice, Shanae and Martin mama act just alike. Because they're the same people. That's why they used to tell Shanae, we see your mustache coming in. She used to be like, hold on, let me get a mirror. Little bitch, ain't no mustache coming in. Well, ugly ass. Shanae ain't play that shit like, I'm already ugly. You not about to add some shit. Know who the fuck you think I am? No matter how ugly and boyish Shanae was, Shanae made it clear. I'm a lady. Just like a cross-eyed ugly bitch. And Cole went over there, got some coochie, but his dick was little. That's why she treated him like that. Tommy went over there and got some coochie, but he was stalking her. All this is talked about in the show. I used to be like, damn, it's going down on Martin. Who was Hustle Man? I'm glad you asked. Who was Hustle Man? A local scam artist. How did he help them? Well, if you didn't catch on, Louise owns the building. He's not the superintendent. The superintendent was always Hustle Man and Bruh Man. They were supposed to do it together, but they didn't. Hustle Man used the building to sell drugs and food. Anything else he can get his fucking hands on, because he's a fucking Hustle Man. Notice, nobody in the building used storage in the basement, because Hustle Man had the basement packed. Now, why did Bruh Man live on the 5th floor? Because all the apartments was numbered a certain way. And I know it was 2 digits on the number. He lived in apartment 54. That's what he was telling you. They always lived somewhere under the 51st apartment. But that's where he was from, the 54th apartment. Now, how did Hustle Man just start breaking in their shit? Because Hustle Man, not Hustle Man, Bruh Man. Bruh Man was Martin's mama's sugar baby. Ain't nobody catch that, did they? It got cold. Martin mama brought the motherfucking Thanksgiving dinner through that bitch. And whenever he got hungry, Martin mama used to keep food at Martin's house just for Bruh Man. And Martin would have been shot Bruh Man. He was waiting to shoot him. He waited up one night to shoot him. Why didn't he shoot him? Because Martin, y'all, when they cut the scene before the shot, Martin, pay attention, he was just getting off the phone. That was his mama calling. Saying don't shoot her boo thing. If you get to shoot Bruh Man, I get to shoot Gina. He was like, not Gina. He was like, what about Pam? She was like, I know you don't fuck with that bitch. That bitch don't even like you. Now listen, got a Carter Martin happy for the Lexus. That's easy. That's easier than a motherfucker. He had a Nissan truck. Because Gina paid Hustle Man to steal the rims off the motherfucker. Well, he was getting a restraining order against the other old bitch, who was played by, what's her face? I forgot her damn name. Angela Bassett. Ta-da! And Pam is how she lowered Martin back in. So the only reason Pam, Gina, and Martin was a throuple is because Pam was helping Gina get Martin back. so she can stop stalking him. She only moved to that apartment building so she could see his little raggedy ass house better. But then listen. Remember he said his mama gave him that toaster after his house caught fire? And he grew up with that toaster? Remember that? Them bitches burnt down his house. My nigga Martin was going through some shit in the 90s, boy. Can't lay dick nowhere. Stop eating coochie, nigga. Tell you just like that, I had to learn myself. Bitch be like, you eat coochie? I'd be like, nope. I ain't never done that. And I don't want to try it. Because I swear to God, no matter who the bitch is, this bitch could be a devout Christian. Let me get the fuck in there and eating her coochie. The songs change. And the songs change fast. They go from Jesus to let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the bitches all crazy. What's going down? Shit, I can't call it.
I just caught the bitch and took the fuses out the car so the bitch can't leave. She can't run off my money and shit. $700 on her cash app. Tell me she done. Yeah, all right. Yeah, because I went to go cut some hair. Got my shit just sitting there with the car open. I need to go get my CD player and shit right here. On the G. Got me fucked up. Let me use the phone. So I call Rob real quick so I can grab the rest of my shit.
In the middle of a live stream. All right, man. I'm gonna wrap this live stream up, man. And I'll be back there, y'all. What the fuck really happened with Gina, Pam, and Martin? Because Pam didn't have no intention on keeping Martin. But something he was doing, either laying some dick or eating some coochie. I think it was eating some coochie because she moved on too quick. Just saying. All right, let me wrap this up. Good day, Bru Sitdee. You make me laugh through hard times. You say funny shit. Well, I'm about to come and say some more funny shit in just a second with my funny ass line in. So hold on. My brother start freezing in a second anyway. Only get an hour. So I'll be right back.